I've gloated. Your respect for my work duly noted. Will I am? My place they did bubble and boil. Yes, I brought new life into the soil. Before shuffling of this mortal coil stood the test of time. Whose name do you remember?
All the girls writing books knocking at your door. Know how to tell a story so that you want more.
Was a time when only misters wrote the books, but now the sisters have started doing it for themselves. We were told cooking's all we could do, so we invented a magic stew of books that are flying off the shelves.
The girls were always looked upon as being weaker.
Don't say that to Hetty Feather or Tracy Beaker.
Why do people so love stories? 'Cause from cradle to the grave, these stories help us work out how we should behave. Ooh, we adore that magic. Hey!
Girls and boys always kept the light on, had to finish every Enid Blyton.
700 books in 50 years. Helped to grow the story habit, even when told by a rabbit. Listen to my stories, you're all ears. Secret staff, famous five, always called the cruel.
Noughts and crosses was no game, least not in my book.
Why do people so love stories? You all wanna be that sleuth. These stories may be lies, but they're how we learn the truth. Ooh,
Even Peter Rabbit.
hey! All the girls in the books knocking at the door. It's not just about boys no more. Everybody loves a hero, true. But a hero can be a shero too. Why do people so love stories? Mother, father, child or friend? 'Cause they bring us close together. Hope the story never ends. Ooh,
Because it's really magic.
hey!
Why do people so love stories, whether spoken, seen or text?
Everybody wants to know what happens next. Ooh.
Shakespeare's early life is a bit of a mystery. We hardly know anything about him until he moved from Stratford-upon-Avon to London to make his name in the theatre. And theatre was huge in Tudor times. It had to be. There wasn't any telly. Phew, imagine that. No telly. All the actors and playwrights were like mega famous celebs. Yeah, they behaved that badly.
It all got a bit fruity backstage. The bounder came at me with a lute, so I put him down with a perfect witty response.
Oh, what was that, Spencer?
I decked him.
Excuse me. Is this where all the theatre stars hang out?
Fanboy alert. Should I give him an autograph or kill him?
Nice.
Lad, you are addressing the greatest theatrical stars of the age. Ben Jonson, actor and writer. Kit Marlowe, play... Where's he gone?
Ha surprise! Master of disguise.
And this is Gabriel Spencer. He's just an actor, but we let him hang out with us because he likes drinking and fighting. He also does a good line in literary criticism.
This wine is literally disgusting.
Okay, guys, well, I might come back later when you're less busy and drunk.
That'll be never. What do you want, spod?
Well, actually, I was looking for some advice. Basically, at the moment, I'm mainly like an actor, but like I'm looking to get more into writing, and like I mainly specialize in playing old man parts at the moment.
Old man parts!
Very funny. My name is William Shakespeare.
Set square.
No, Shakespeare.
Shark beer.
Shakespeare.
Shake and vac.
Shakespeare.
Snap pot.
That literally sounds nothing like Shakespeare. Well, anyway, I write plays.
Listen up, skateboard. Writing plays is a rocky mistake. Real writers drink and fight and go to prison.
Well, I have a wife and kids, so I have to earn a living, unlike some people. Anyway, I'm pretty good at writing plays. A lot of buzz around me.
Look at me. I'm Billy Springle Spangle, and I write plays, and I plan for the future.
I genuinely don't know who that's supposed to be.
It's you. Look, I'm not good at impressions, all right? But I am good at fighting. Consider yourself taunted outside.
Listen, buddy, I'm a writer, not a fighter. And I'm going all the way to the top without you guys. Everyone will know my name. William
Starscream.
Should have seen that coming.
Good for you, Shakespeare. Top bloke. Nerd.
I heard that.
Welcome to the Great Storytellers Bake Off. Our bakers are all children's authors, so today's showstopper challenge is to create a feast for a birthday party.
Hello. Now, who are you?
Dahl, Roald Dahl. And I'm concocting niche nobblers and snozcumbers with a splendiferous fudge mallow delight, plus edible teacups.
Sounds a bit basic, don't you think, Murray?
We'll see.
Yeah, we will.
I'm Enid Blyton. I shall be making sardine sandwiches with ginger pop and lashings of boiled eggs. Every child's absolute favourite meal.
What about a cake?
Oh, they won't have time for cake. They'll be off having adventures and chasing smugglers.
Oh, sounds a bit risky, don't you think, Murray?
Chasing smugglers?
No, the sardines and boiled eggs. Hope it's not a sleepover. Gas mark 10.
Come on.
And our third contestant is...
Lewis Carroll. And I will be making a drink that makes you smaller and a cake that makes you bigger.
Don't all cakes make you bigger?
Well, you should know.
Hey, Mark's got said
Your mom said bake.
It's time to see how our contestants have got on. First up, best-selling author Roald Dahl.
A spaghetti cake. That's a bit wriggly.
Yes, it's worm spaghetti.
It's raw in the middle.
I rather like it. Hello.
And next we have Enid Blyton.
The end.
Now, Enid, I think I'll try one of your edible teacups.
He was the one with the edible teacups.
Scrumdiddlyumptious.
And lastly, author of Alice in Wonderland, Lewis Carroll.
Behold, the greatest party food ever created. Drink me. Okay. Oh, I'm shrinking. I'm shrinking. How will I ever get big again? Maybe I should have one of these biscuits. Yum, 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 yum.
You haven't beat anything, have you?
No, no.
Judging is the hardest part of the show. But I suppose this week's star baker is... Enid.
Oh, hurrah, huzzah! Jolly good effort, I say. And the holidays have only just begun. Here's to many more adventures in our secret tent.
Is it possible for someone to be star baker and be sent home?
Yes.
Richard III was a mean old murderous monster. Or was he?
I was sure that you'd love me. To that hope I did cling. 'Cause I'm Richard III, and everybody loves a king. Thought I did a good job, why do you disagree? There's a lot of people spreading nasty rumors about me. Every word is a lie, so I'm singing this song, 'cause the history books have been telling it wrong. Never had a limp, always walked my full height. Never had a hump and my arm was all right. Never took the crown with illegal power. Never killed my nephews, the princes in the tower. Tudor propaganda, it's all absurd. Time to tell the truth about King Richard III. My brother Edward died. His kids too young to rule. So I took the throne. Why not? I'm nobody's fool. Thomas More wrote a history, said I murdered Edward's boys. Shakespeare said their death was an evil ploy. But I say those two are historical vandals. They've ruined my image. I mean, what a scandal. Never bumped off those harmless young heirs. Never buried them under the Tower of London stairs. Never poisoned my wife. Bumped off her daddy. This is me, sweet Richard. Do I look like a baddie? Never was two-faced, sure you'll agree. I was misunderstood. King Richard III. Can you imagine it? I'm the last Plantagenet, beaten by Henry in the Wars of the Roses. The Tudor dynasty didn't care that much for me. Now I'm painted as a baddie, that's why one supposes. Never forget when you hear of my crimes. Never drowned my brother in a massive vat of wine. Never said a horse, my kingdom for a horse. Who made that up? Why, William Shakespeare, of course. Now my tale is told, you won't hear a bad word about a special ruler, King Richard III. I'm a nice guy.
Oz a wasp, is a wasp, a wasp is a wasp, Oz a wasp, Oz a wasp.
This week in Oh Yay magazine, it's our Royal Rage special as we dish the dirt on Queen Elizabeth's temper tantrums.
What do you mean, temper tantrums?
Find out what she did to her personal private secretary, William Davidson.
Queen punched and kicked me. But don't tell her I told you so.
Davidson? Who are you talking to?
Nobody, Mom!
And we've got an exclusive from political commentator John Stubbs.
I wrote a pamphlet that the Queen didn't like, but I certainly won't be doing it again. Partly because I don't want to make her angry, but mainly because she had my writing hand cut off.
Plus, we've got a copy of the letter she wrote to the Earl of Essex that was so terrifying it made him faint.
Essex, we are ignorant of where thou art, what thou doth, or what thou art to do. P.S. Wish you were here so I could cut your head off.
And we've got the photos the royal courtiers didn't want you to see. Look at those embarrassing sweat patches. Well, you'd be sweaty too if you had to meet up with livid Liz.
Actually, that's not a sweat patch. Queen Elizabeth didn't like the tassels on my outfit, so she spat on me. She really did.
Yes, it's your queen as you've never seen her before.
Don't make me angry. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
Keep your hair on, ma'am. Oh, you can't. It's a wig.
I heard that. Call my executioner.
Oh Yay magazine. Buy it now while next lasts.
Terrible Tudors.
Henry VIII famously married 6 times, but his daughter Elizabeth I never got married at all.
Oh, another smallpox scar. Just what I need when I'm looking for a suitor. Oh, Cecil, my loyal advisor. What does he want?
Your Majesty, I bring tragic news. You should check your emails. Amy Dudley, wife of Robert Dudley, has been found dead at the bottom of her stairs.
Oh, that is absolutely... Oh, awful news.
This isn't anything to do with Your Majesty, is it? It's just I know that you are rather fond of Robert.
I don't know what you are talking about, Cecil.
Just as well. Dudley is not good enough for Your Majesty. If the Tudor line is to continue, Your Majesty is simply going to have to keep looking for a husband.
Oh, you're right, Cecil, as usual. Right, let's see if there have been any views of my online dating profile. I have rejected a few, haven't I?
Indeed, Ma'am.
He got mail.
Oh, Oh, yippee! I've got to go, Seth. Lots of love.
But dear, no.
Your Majesty, did you get my email? I've built you a garden at Kenilworth.
Yes, Robert, I love it. It's perfect.
I'm so pleased.
Although, it is a little far to the left. Could you move it over a bit?
You want me to move the entire garden?
I only want you to move it by a few feet. I'm hardly being unreasonable.
Of course not.
It's such a shame Cecil says I can't marry Robert. He's such a sweetie. Right, who have we got? No, too French. Sir Francis Drake. Oh, no, that goatee. Police. It's so 1558. Must be somebody. Oh, Walter Raleigh. Walter!
Your Majesty, I do hope I'm not disturbing you.
No, I always have time for an eligible bachelor, such as your handsome self.
Well, funny you should say that, because I was just calling to inform Your Majesty of my intentions to marry Bess Throckmorton.
What? Sling your hook, you're blocking my line. Maybe Dudley will just have to do. Ugh. What? Again? To who? Lettuce Nollies. Ugh. What on earth would have led Robert to develop a taste for lettuce? Ugh.
Any luck securing the Tudor lineage, Your Majesty?
No, Cecil, and I'm just about ready to give up. Hang on. Robert Devereux. Aha! I might have spoken too soon.
The Earl of Essex.
And he's just emailed me.
Oh, that's excellent news.
Wait a minute. This email is about a rebellion. He's planning to overthrow me, Cecil. And the fool has CC'd me in by accident. Off with his head.
Let's not be too hasty. You must find a husband or the Tudor lineage is finished.
The truth is, I am already married.
Really, Your Majesty? To whom?
To England.
Well said, ma'am. And with that, I bid you adieu. Yeah, she's really lost it.
I'm still here, Cecil.
What I meant was,
Of all the kings called Henry, I'm the one you've rarely heard. Shakespeare wrote 4, 5, 6, 8, but 7, not a word. People think I'm dreary. To some extent I am. But look a little closer.
Glam bam, thank you, ma'am!
I didn't agree with King Richard III, so I fought him at Bosworth Field and won victory. How cool does this sound? I'm the king who found riches crown in a hedge on the winning battleground. The only way to end war and avert further disaster, there's got to be a way to unite York and Lancaster. I'm the original Tudor, founder of that dynasty. The man who closes the walls of the roses. That's right, that's me. I launched a tax on lords who earned stacks. Mine was a noble cause to tap them all for tax. They paid their share, was only fair, to make England rich and me a millionaire. Elizabeth York became my wife for life, that'd make me a bore. Joined our family seats, that's neat, made my rule secure. I'm the original Tudor, returning power to the state. Seemed quite toothless, but actually ruthless. I made the monarchy great. Spent a long time fighting pretenders to the throne. Lambert Simnel and Perkin Warbeck said my throne was their own. They claimed they'd been the princes, in the tower their rule delayed. I said this crown ain't big enough for the three of us and had one slain. I'm the original Tudor, king of foreign policy. To end hostile relations with enemy nations, I asked them to make friends with me. Yeah, the original Tudor, they say dullness my main trait. Well, that's a sad indictment, 'cause if you're looking for excitement, my son was Henry VIII.
May we have our next contestant, please? Hello. Your name, please.
William Shakespeare.
And your occupation?
One that doth make words to dance upon the page, and thence into the ear of the throng.
I'm sorry, I don't quite...
I write plays.
Right, well, why didn't you just say so? And your chosen specialised subject?
Phrases, what I made up.
William Shakespeare, you have 2 minutes on phrases, what you made up, starting from now. To be or not to be, that is the question.
I know it is.
I'm sorry?
I know that's the question. You just asked me it.
No, the question is, did you make it up?
You just said the question was to be or not to be.
To be or not to be, that is the question, is the question.
Oh, yes, I see. Yes, I did make that up.
Correct. Good riddance.
I've only just arrived.
No, did you invent the phrase, good riddance?
Yes, I did.
Correct. Heart of gold.
Oh, thank you. That's very flattering.
No. Were you the first person to use the phrase heart of gold?
Yes, I was.
Correct. Dead as a doornail.
Oh, yes, that is one of mine. Henry VI, Part 2, the sequel.
Correct. Wild Goose Chase.
Oh, yes, that's mine. Are they still using that?
They are indeed. Correct. Knock, knock. Who's there?
No, that's wrong. You say knock, knock. Then I say who's there.
No. Did you invent it?
What?
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
No.
No, who?
No. Did you come up with the phrase, knock, knock, who's there?
Yes, I did.
Correct. For goodness sake.
Oh, that's one of mine too.
Correct. All the world's... I've started, so I'll finish.
No, that's one of yours.
Correct. William Shakespeare, at the end of that round, you have scored 8 points.
Sorry, is this what you do for entertainment nowadays?
Yes, it is, yes.
I think I prefer the theatre.
I think I prefer the theatre. Get out of the chair now.
OK.
And so, ladies and gentlemen, for one night only, would you please welcome to the stage Mr. William Shakespeare.
My name is Shakespeare William. I owned a feather quill. I am the writer most familiar to you. My way with words amazes me. Came up with so many phrases me that still the number dazes me too. Oh, you gotta be cruel to be kind. If truth were known, love is blind. Yeah, each of these quotes you will find, it's what I do. Seen better days.
That's one of his.
Our salad days.
He is the biz.
All the world's a stage. They call me Billy Whiz. May seem kind of scary. I'm a walking dictionary, sturdy with the wordy Shakespeare. Quality of mercy is not strained. Such stuff as dreams are made. Off with his head, my phrases you'll know. This is the short and long of it. Brevity is the soul of wit. As good luck would have it, you can quote. Oh, you suffered green-eyed jealousy. Please do not stand on ceremony. I wrote the Queen's English I wrote. It's Greek to me.
That's a Shakespeare line.
Meat and drink to me.
He was the first to combine
infinite variety. Yeah, that was one of mine. Don't call me flaky, I'm William Shaky. Not lazy with the phrasey Shakespeare. I was the greatest, I was ace. To find a better writer, that's a wild goose chase. I was truly brilliant, which is why I sing. You can't have too much of a good thing.
If music be the food of love, play on.
Et tu, Brute.
Did you ever know?
Forever and a day.
From from a Shakespeare show.
Good riddance, fair play, pure as the driven snow. High time lie low, wherefore art thou Romeo, the nation's favourite bard Shakespeare. Doobie doobie doobie, to be or not to be, shooby doobie doobie Shakespeare.
Horrible Histories.